Okay, guys, we're a minute away from going on the air. Just want to run through some of the topics we're hoping to cover this week. The farmers' beef protests, Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle.
She has an eye for marketing.
It's very clever.
Because the original title was "This Candle Smells Like Chris Martin's Dick," and it didn't sell well at all because the idea of smelling a penis is
I know.
unpleasant. But a lady's part can be quite fetching.
Hello and welcome to Talking It Out, the unscripted comedy talk show where a panel of dysfunctional media personalities dissect the week's news. My name is Dave Coffey. I'm joined in studio by social media influencer Sarah O'Crilly.
Hey.
Shock newspaper journalist Brian Kilbird.
Dave.
Former pop singer turned activist Trina McFarter.
Diagwitch on David.
And independent TD Shawnee Sutcliffe.
Thrilled to be here.
This past week, Donald Trump's impeachment trial has officially started in the US Senate. Sarah, Trump has been accused of using his influence over Ukraine to harm his political opponent. Have you ever used your influence as a social media influencer to harm anyone?
Just girls from school. I just kind of make them feel like crap about their lives via bragging.
Can you give me an example of what you might say that would target them?
Say I'm on a press trip.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm obviously in the lap of luxury having a great time. I might do a bit of a humble brag. And then at the end, I do a hashtag being like, hashtag Croatia, hashtag you always wanted to go here, hashtag Claire, hashtag remember we talked about it, hashtag
Subtle.
I'm here, hashtag you're not, hashtag haha, hashtag raining at home, hashtag your house is shit, hashtag hate to drive your car, hashtag see you never.
Shawnee, you're a TD. Have you ever faced a political scandal of this magnitude?
I don't even see what the big deal is. I don't think the man did anything wrong. Politics, Dave, it is a filthy game full of bastards. I was running for a seat in a local election against a man, I'm not going to say his name, but I got some information that he was cheating on his wife. So what I did was I dressed up as an attractive woman, sort of almost similar to some Bugs Bunny would pull off in his heyday. So I dressed up as a woman and I knocked on his door and I seduced him and videotaped the whole thing. And I'm sorry to say I went through with the full act because I wanted to really take this boyo down.
Which act was this?
Well, the act of love, I suppose. Well, there was no love involved
Yeah,
here. It was
sure.
purely
Lust.
It was hate,
Physical.
hate writing, hate writing. So in the end, I got the footage. I blasted it over there. I sent it into the local paper, and I destroyed this man's life. And there's a lot of people saying, "Well, you were involved as well," but people respect a rapscallion.
Well, Brian, you've written extensively defending Trump. Do you see a bit of yourself in Donald Trump?
Do I look? Yeah, I do see a bit of myself in him. Absolutely, Dave. Look, do I agree with everything he does? Yes.
Trump, I've seen a dozen of him, or 2 dozen, 3 dozen of men like him.
4 dozen, would you say?
Modelling shows, my shoots. I got embroiled in a fake shoot once. That wasn't actually a shoot at all. It was
casting
just a
couch.
lad called Derek who lived in Coolock. I thought his card was legit. I went down, bra off. He had me wearing a nurse's uniform. I was like, "What's this for?" He said, "It's for
Clinic?
a new clinic, a private clinic."
Was this RTE?
Definitely not. No, that's what I thought. I thought, oh great, I'm going to be like Amy Huberman. No,
Well, you can get nude cleaners now, so why not nude nurses?
I didn't want to be one. That's what I'm saying, Trina. I was brought
Well,
in.
maybe you should rethink that. Because I don't know what you do, but maybe you could do that. Because I'd say they give the nude nurses the easy stuff.
From the world of celebrity news now, Gwyneth Paltrow has released a candle called This Smells Like My Vagina for her website, Goop. Shawnee, you have candle makers in the family going back generations. What's your take on Gwyneth's candle?
Well, we wouldn't really be making smelly candles, Dave. We just make tiny candles that you have at Mass for saying prayers for people. So the idea of me going up to Father Kiernan at my church and saying, "Listen, I've got a load of vagina-scented candles. Do you want to buy them, Father?" He'd probably say a prayer for me and run me out of the place.
Isn't this a way that the Sutcliffe candle business could stay in operation?
What, making fanny candles,
Well,
Dave?
something.
What are you talking
Diversify.
about?
Diversify.
No, we're not making fanny candles. We're not making a candle that smells like your willy or your arse or your leg. I think that's a disgusting idea. How do they get the smell onto them? And is she doing it herself? Is she hiring a team of women? Because that sounds uncomfortable to me.
I knew a woman
Go on.
who, shall I say, wink, wink.
What?
Who used to sell her used
Her pants.
underwear
Yeah.
and send them out by post
To
I
her
heard
fans.
of that.
to people who bought them.
Yeah, and like the
Uh,
dirtier the better. Apparently, they
like
want them.
skitties.
And I can tell you, I sold them for more than €75.
You,
Did somebody you knew or?
Oh yes, somebody I knew.
Love Island has returned to our TV screens, hosted by Irish woman Laura Whitmore.
Now, I buy a candle of hers.
Brian, you're not generally a TV critic, but you've written scathing reviews for Love Island. Why?
Yeah. If younger generation, particularly females, are enjoying something, I make it my mission to make sure that they feel as stupid as possible. Why aren't they watching Breaking Bad or The Wire? Like
Oh.
me.
Wire's brilliant.
But it's probably about 10 years old at this stage. Like,
Yes, all good things are old, Dave. All
Oh.
good things are old.
I'd love to see the Mona Lisa, but it's very old.
Oh, yeah, exactly, Shiny. This clown. I made my 8-year-old niece listen to the whole Ghosteen album when it came out, the Nick Cave album. And I tell you what, she came away from it a better person. I'm almost certain of it.
Shawnee, you're a part-time matchmaker. Is
I
this
am
a good way for people to find love?
I have to say, I'm addicted to watching Love Island. I bloody love it. Father Kieran comes around most nights when it's on, and we watch and we've a great old giggle. Now, he'd be quite conservative. If he thinks a couple is getting together, he'll perform a quick marriage for them just so he can enjoy the show and relax and have a couple of drinks. And he's not getting in trouble with the boss man. Is it a great place to find your wife? Probably not. Do you really want somebody as desperate as yourself? No, you want to be able to trick a wife, really.
How so?
Well, you want to sort of portray yourself in a way that's attractive. And then when you have her, slowly reveal yourself
Your true
throughout
self.
the marriage.
Yeah. Well,
Bit
that's
by bit.
what every marriage is, I suppose.
Like I was doing an accent for the first 3 years of my marriage.
What did
What
you sound
accent?
like?
I was sort of a Spanish Italian sort of thing.
Can we hear a bit of it?
I have to think of Super Mario before I do it. Would they like a drink, baby? Would you like a drink? Oh no.
That's very exotic, Shawnee.
That's more of a
Oh, yes.
Transylvanian thing. Whoopa, Mario. Yeah, that's it. Hello, baby. Would you like a drink, baby? Now that's what it was at the start, but I obviously diluted it. throughout
Transitioned.
until-
Did she notice?
Definitely at our 3rd anniversary. And at this stage, she had met my family, and my brother Declan had no interest in doing an Italian accent at all. He's a very disagreeable man
You got the rest of your family to do Italian accents to varying degrees?
to varying degrees of
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
My outlet was terrible.
Yeah. What did he sound like?
Well, it just sounded offensive, to be honest, to Italians and plumbers.
Trina, you and your husband Des met under unusual circumstances, isn't that right?
I suppose. I was in the Gaeltacht in a boy's house and the Farrantee came home. So I legged it out of the house and I slipped and fell down a ditch. And I saw this dark, shadowy figure out in the middle of the field. And I thought it was a ghost. And I felt something inside. And I thought, I went through a whole load of stuff. Am I into ghosts? I think, oh my God, what does this mean? How am I going to have children?
The will you just go through you?
Would I even feel it?
Well, it could be like slime, or you could be covered in a thick goo.
That's no good to her either.
Well, is that any different than any other marriage?
How old? What's the age difference between? Because you were obviously a teenager when this happened.
It was the Gaeltacht.
It was the 70s.
And it was Ireland.